Almost a third of this one in the books, and Julian Alvarezson out in front. There's Matt Kovaluk trying to hold off the 0-0 of Ryan Truex, and Truex running in the third position. Kovaluk again had problems early on, got turned around, so he's a lap down.
Remember, Truex is our defending champion of this race, as well as he won the road course race last year at Watkins Glen, so he was 2 for 2.
And brings momentum into this race after winning at Loudon. Our last race puts him up to 4 wins in the K&N Pro Series East.
And how huge was that for Ryan Truex and the Truex family? His dad, Martin Sr., had won at Loudon, and Ryan's older brother, Martin Jr., had won a couple times in the East Series at Loudon. Oh, car off the racetrack.
That is the 4 of Sergio Pena. He gets off the track, gets back on.
Miguel Paludo in the 77.
Just in front of the 17 of Jason Pattison. So Andrew Ranger has really got this car working today at Lime Rock Park.
We talk about momentum, and he certainly has it after winning that race at Infineon just a few weeks ago.
Julian Alvarezson trying to stay in front of the 35 of Andrew Ranger, and they pass pit road, and as they pass pit road, we see Matt Kovaluk's on pit road. Derek, what are they doing down there?
Well, Matt Kovaluk's tough season continues. At the beginning of the race, he ran over the rumble strips and he bent the sway bar link. The last time around, the car got a left front flat. That bottomed out the front end and bent that sway bar link even farther. Crew Chief Perry Waite is underneath the car right now trying to hammer out that sway bar link and the end of the spindle. It's a real tough break for Matt Kovaluk. He's going many, many laps down.
Unfortunate for that team. The bad luck continues this season.
Yeah, they've had a couple top 5 finishes this year, but other than that, not a whole lot of luck.
With the gap being closed now, Andrew Ranger is going to try to take that spot away from Julian Alvarezson.
We're going to have a battle for the lead here momentarily.
Now, Phil, once Andrew goes by Julian, it would be foolish to stay on the racetrack, wouldn't it? I mean, you've got to come onto pit road at some point in time now.
Yeah, and I don't think it matters whether he's in front of Andrew Ranger or behind Andrew Ranger, other than the fact that, I mean, at 16 years old, I would have liked to play the race too. Yeah, but yeah, I think it obviously has to come in at some point. And again, you're going to make one pit stop, hopefully do it under green, and then if the caution were to come out, then you would be able to close up.
The gap has been eliminated. Andrew Ranger all over the back bumper. Julian Alvarezson makes a bobble. Andrew Ranger goes by for the lead.
You know, Andrew, he made it a lot easier for Andrew Ranger. Andrew was sitting there. He was, you know, obviously had caught him, so it was just a matter of time before he was able to make the pass. Let's take a look back at that pass. Julian just got a little bit of a bobble here. Watch this now. See, he gets a little bit sideways, and then that puts him out of kilter for the next little kink. And Andrew just stayed on the throttle and eased by on the inside.
So smooth is the 35 of Andrew Ranger, keeping a very nice line around this racetrack. So he's taken over the top spot. Julian Alvarezson back to second. There's third place Ryan Truex, and he's closed the gap on these two.
He really has. Ryan's running really, really well right now, and we know how good Andrew Ranger has been since the drop of the green flag. And Ryan started back, I believe, in the 5th position, and he's maintained touch with him.
Should be able to take over the second spot when Julian goes to pit road for his service.
Carbureted. They have a 830 CFM carburetor. Oh, and here's our first caution.
As we mentioned, cautions. One comes out here on lap 28. We saw that 26 of Scott Booley getting a little bit off the racetrack.
Probably left a little bit of debris over there in the chicane.
And so debris brings out our first caution. We'll be right back with more Green Flag Racing here on Speed. Welcome back to Lime Rock Park, getting ready for the restart here on lap 30. Andrew Ranger still your race leader. Julian Alvarezson running second. Ryan Truex is third in the white 0-0 just behind the 35. Green flag in the air. Here comes Ryan Truex to the inside. He's going to try to take the lead away from Andrew Ranger.
And he's going to get it. A great jump on the restart there. Beat Andrew Ranger down to the inside of turn number 1.
What a restart for Ryan Truex. He takes the lead. Andrew Ranger into second. And the 84 of Cole Witt back there in third.
Where Julian Alvarezson lost about 3 positions on that restart. You got to remember, that's probably the first restart he's ever done. He had obviously an initial start of the race, but that's his first restart.
So now 1, 2, 3, Ryan Truex, Andrew Ranger, and Cole Witt working their way around the racetrack. Tight confines now as they go through the S's.
Caught a glimpse of Kevin Swindell coming off his career best finish at Loudon of second a few weeks ago.
DJ Shaw on the 60. So the racing heating up here. Let's go back to pit road and Derek Perniciglio.
Well, guys, there's been a lot of activity and drama up and down pit road all day today. The number 12 of Ruben Ravello has electrical problems. The 84 of Cole Witt short pitted for fuel. And speaking of fuel, the 54 of Julian Alvarezson isn't going to come in for fuel or tires at all. They say a lot of good cars are falling out, so they're going to try to go all the way to the end. The 00 of Ryan Truex hasn't said anything on the radio, and except that his car is good. The 81 of Jason Holhouse is out. He lost fourth gear and was actually driving the car one-handed. And the number 2 of Ryan Gifford is in the paddock right now doing a transmission change on that car. They're trying to get out because they are racing for the championship, but he is going to be many laps down.
Thanks, Derek. Mental series. Oh, and we've got a problem. Zach Germain stopped on the racetrack. He's pointed the wrong direction. See if he can get it turned back around.
Local yellow condition right now, and if he can get it going, then they will not bring the entire field under caution.
We'll make sure that he's pointed in the right direction, though, so see if he gets that car turned back around and we stay green. Darrell Wallace Jr. just in front of Julian Alvarezson. I was mentioning Ryan Truex, and he still can't get that car going. So he's off the racetrack, but
there's a yellow flag.
They're going to bring it out now. He's pointed the wrong direction, so we'll see if he can get it fired back up and back in line.
When the flag went from blue to yellow, that meant it's a full car's caution. The blue waving flag is a local condition.
And so we go to our second caution. Caution to bring caution. We're back under caution again.